Let her go in. He spoke in his cool, deep voice and guard's eye. I will lose my job because of you. He madly spoke while looking at one and then looked at Taehyung, who was glaring him. What a trouble. He sighed loudly and just opened the door. Thank you, she said to guard and then turned towards Taehyung. Bye, mister. And she ran inside college. Taehyung took a glance of guard and walked away while taking out his phone. Hello, Hyung. Grandpa, he's back. You should go to meet him. Grandpa nodded his head. What about reports? My doubt was true. Mr. Park sighed loudly. I can't believe my own son is doing this with me. Taehyung didn't say anything. All right, I'm going to meet doctor. You look here. Taehyung nodded his head and Mr. Park went out of his cabin. Where were you? Do you know I'm standing here from past 15 minutes? I'm sorry, I got busy in some work. One just glared at him angrily and sat inside car. What work, huh? He took out a bag and handed her. I'm sorry, it was really important. She again sighed and took that bag from him. She checked that and found some chocolates and cookies. You must be hungry. Eat that. She didn't say anything. He started car's engine, but his gaze went on her knuckles, and he held her hand immediately. What is this, huh? A bummer. I accidentally hit my hand in table. He raised his eyebrow and she immediately looked out of window toward his gaze. Did you again fight with anyone, huh? No, don't lie. Tell me, how did you got hurt, huh? She sighed and looked at him. Yes, I got into a fight. And why, huh? That idiot Chonja were irritating me so I cursed him. In return, he too spoke some bad things about you. Some bad things, and that's how I ended up in a fight. Then Zion rubbed his face, being so done with her. God, what I will do with this girl? It was his fault, okay? When I warned him to not speak nonsense, then why he was speaking, huh? Then you could complain to professors. Why? If I am able to break his balls, then why I will go to cry in front of professors, huh? Then choked after hearing that. You are crazy and you are creepy. She flashed a huge sarcastic smile. He sighed and took out first aid box. Well, what nonsense, he said. Why, I'll tell you. Because you create a mess, so I need to know what was the reason behind that. He started applying medicine on her worries. I told you it was nonsense and I don't remember how many things he said. Then took a glance of her face and sighed. Dad, where were you? Went factory. Why? Do you have any work? Yeah, I wanted to discuss something. Mr. Park nodded his head and sat on couch. Dad, whoever got knew you are appointing Taehyung as CEO. They are gossiping. Mr. Park sighed. Dad, he doesn't even have good education. Do you think it's a good idea giving him such a position? Dad, we will lose our business partners. Mr. Park started thinking and he was looking very serious. Joseph felt he could succeed, but they won't have any doubts once Taehyung saw them his work. Don't worry, I will tell him to take the admission in our university. He will soon get a degree too. What? He stand up. Say Aeon to bring a coffee for me. He headed upstairs and Joseph clenched his fist. Now what will you do? Your own dad is closing every door for you. He glared at her and she rolled her eyes and sat there. How nice it would be if you would have agreed with me years ago. So I'm not in mood of arguing with you, so don't poke me right now. He angrily got up and headed out of house. Sua sighed loudly and rubbed her hand together to calm down her anger, and her gaze went on Aeon, who was going upstairs. So what reports say? He will get well. Do anything to help him. He trusts us. Good night. He hung up the call and turned around, and he flinched so hard. Oh God, you scared me. What are you doing? With whom you were talking this hour? She pointed at clock and raised her eyebrow. It was work-related call. In midnight. She gave him a suspicious look and he blinked. Yeah, it was my brother. He was talking about crops. You are not lying. He shook his head and showed his phone screen to her. Hyung, okay. Now you tell me what you were doing here. He folded his hand around his chest and she looked around. I was saying you again had shoulder pain. So if someone attacked me, then you can't fight with shoulder pain. Huh? So you should sleep comfortably. Taehyung raised his eyebrow. Are you giving me my bed back? No, I will not do that. I need a comfortable sleep. Or else I'll doze off in classroom and professors will get chance to insult me. Okay, then why are you here talking about my sleep? He asked tightly and sat on couch. I was saying... What? I was saying... He sighed and lay down. Will you say it today? I have to sleep. I have a lot of work tomorrow. She took a deep breath. Let's sleep together. Huh? What? He fell from couch in shock. Yeah, I was saying let's share bed. He didn't say anything and just stared her. Yes, we can do that. Then we both will have good sleep. She tried to flash a smile, but it came out in a very weird smile. Don't cross this boundary. She made a boundary on bed with pillow. This is my side and that's yours. Taehyung folded his hand around his chest and stared at her. What? Sleep now? That couch was better than this little space of bed. Then that's your fault. Why did you buy this small bed, huh? I'm giving you space here. Be grateful for that. He scoffed and sat on bed. Then be honest and put pillow in middle. You took 70% of bed. Then my side will get small and I'll fall. I won't do that. Just sleep there and yeah. Don't cross this boundary. What if I do? She glared at him. Anyway, we are husband and wife, so we should sleep while wrapping around each other. He smirked and she blinked. What do you think? Don't you dare to break this boundary or else I'll kick you on wrong place. He choked after hearing that. Good night. She lay down and covered herself completely into it. He sighed and he too lay down. Good night. He mumbled in an inaudible voice while looking at her covered face and then closed his eyes to drift in his sleep. Then opened his eyes after hearing an alarm and he felt something heavy on him. He looked his left side and smiled, seeing one's face pressed in his arm and her one hand and leg were wrapped around him. His heartbeat skipped. I knew it. She will break her own bridge. He chuckled and shook her, and she started wiggling in her sleep, and he immediately closed his eyes to pretend like sleeping. She opened her eyes, and her eyes widened after realizing she had hugged him. She tried to move away from him, but he turned towards her and hugged her waist tightly. Her breath stopped, and she gulped and tried to free herself from his grip, but he was very strong for her. She gulped and started sliding down, but he opened his eyes and she started blinking her eyes non-stop. What are you doing? He raised his eyebrow. You broke boundary. But it seems you are in my area. That's because you broke the boundary. Oh really? But I don't do fights in sleep. She blinked. She has a habit of throwing her leg and hand in sleep, and between that she threw pillow and cushion too from bed. Don't lie, I didn't throw. He rolled his eyes and left her waist. I knew it. You won't accept your fault. He got up from bed. Anyway, I'm going to get fresh first. She didn't say anything and he went inside the washroom. She sighed loudly and sat on bed. Hello, Jimin. Oh, hi, why sudden visit? They walked inside. Today is a party and I want you to give a good secret security. Okay, but I need to talk to my seniors. They nodded his head. How much more time will you take? Taehyung, I'm doing my work. This case is 18 years old. There is no evidence. I'm trying to collect things and I guess I'm very close. Taehyung nodded his head. Please do fast. Wine wore her earring and looked at herself. She was looking so pretty. She smiled and turned around and her gaze went on Taehyung who was standing on the door. His gaze was stuck on her and for some reason she got shy for the first time. She looked around to avoid his strong gaze and cleared her throat. He came in his sense and his cheeks got red. As he got couched staring her, he too cleared his throat and looked around. I have something for you. He walked towards her with slow steps. I brought this for you. He extended a box towards her. She took that and opened. Pendant. Yeah, I thought it will look good on you. He spoke while scratching back of his head. Thank you. She took that and started wearing. It's not costly, but it's beautiful. She looked at him through a mirror and their eyes met. She was facing difficulty in locking that pendant, so they moved a little close to her. Let me help you. She didn't say anything and he held that pendant and she pulled her hand away. He started locking that and he was looking nervous and Bot's heartbeat was audible. He locked that pendant and immediately stepped back while his eyes were on her through mirror. It's looking beautiful, isn't it? She smiled while admiring her neck. She stared herself for a few more seconds and then turned around. Are you ready? Yeah. Should we leave now? Let's go then. She nodded her head. He took a last glance of her and then walked ahead and she followed him. Wow, my princess is looking so beautiful. Wine hugged him. And you too, young man, you are looking so handsome. Thank you, Grandpa. Did you make his tie? Huh? Your grandma used to make my tie. You know, these small moments feels love and romance in a relationship. So you should help each other in getting ready. Tank coughed slightly after hearing that. One smiled awkwardly. Let's go. I'll introduce you to some guests, okay? She clutched her hand around his arm. They walked ahead and they followed him. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is my granddaughter Wine and this is my grandson-in-law, Taehyung. Both bow in front guest. Hello, both look so good together, aren't they, honey? This is Mr. and Mrs. Kim. They are our old business partner and your dad's old friend. This is Tanya, their daughter. He is Mr. Khan, he is Mr. Moon, and he is Mr. Had's son Jihu. Hello. Hello, my child. How are you? I'm good, Auntie. Hi, Wine Oni. You're so pretty. Thank you. Mr. Park, your granddaughter were engaged with Baek Yeonjun, right? Yeah, but he was not treating my child good, so I broke that engagement. And you became a hot topic of gossip. Well, do you think it's good making an untrained person CEO? Mr. Park can train him. It's not a big deal, and people love gossiping, so let's not talk what people is talking. She's right. Well, kids must be getting bored here. Yeah, Wine, go meet others and introduce them. Wine nodded her head, but before they could walk away from there, one couple came there. Here, Mr. Kim's son and daughter-in-law came. Wine looked at them. Hello. Hi, I'm Kim Namjoon. How are you? I'm good. Hi, I'm Namjoon's wife. She hugged Wine. You're so pretty. She broke the hug and looked at Taehyung. You got such a sweetheart, Taehyung. Taehyung didn't say anything, just blushed a little as she was smiling teasingly. Yeah, I'm thinking, how did he even got such a girl? He doesn't deserve her. She spoke with a poker face and I didn't like what she said. She looked at Taehyung and saw him glaring Tanya. Tanya, they should go to meet others. Yeah. Fine, Taehyung, let's go. He held her hand. Hey, is she kid? Hold her waist. Huh? He looked at Wine. She was already looking at him. Come on, you both are couple. Don't feel shy and be a little romantic. Taehyung, hold her waist. Taehyung blinked and again looked at Wine. What are you thinking? Don't you know how to hold waist? He gulped and slowly put his hand on her waist. Oh, they are looking so cute, right? We will back. He started walking away while holding her waist and left it after coming a little away. They were weird. Huh? Who? Kim family. Yeah, weren't they too much friendly? Yeah, they were. Didn't you like them? They seemed nice people, but their behavior were really weird. They didn't say anything. Anyway, didn't you call your parents here? They couldn't come because of some work. Oh, hey Wine. Kim, the biggest thorn of my life. He mumbled with clenched teeth. You are looking so pretty, Wine. He moved to hug her, but Taehyung came in middle. What? Greeted her from distance. Yunjun rolled his eyes. Now you will tell me how to greet. Who I am to tell you that? I'm just telling you how to greet my wife. Yunjun clenched his teeth and glared at him. In return, Taehyung too glared at him. Wine, my parents want to meet you. Come, let's go. She's busy. Wine. Yunjun, I'll meet them later. Did you heard? Now please excuse us. You are disturbing a couple. Yunjun clenched his fist and walked away from there. Why were you talking to him like that? Like what? Like rudely? I don't like him, so I was talking rudely. But why you don't like him? Because I'm straight and I'm interested in men. Huh? She blinked her eyes. Do you want to meet your friends? Sia didn't came and others are irritating, so I'm not interested in meeting them. Okay, hey. She came to them. What? Nothing. Both were glaring each other with poker face. Do you have any work? Yeah. What? My sandal strap got loosened. Can you tie them? And Wine didn't like that. How a stranger girl can ask her husband to tie her sandal strap? Do by yourself. Do you see this dress? It's very heavy. I can't sit down in this dress. And I don't know where is mom and Annie. Please tie strap. Taehyung sighed and kneeled down in front of her and started tying her sandal, while Wine's teeth got dig in her lower lip. It's okay. He's just helping her. Taehyung got up after tying her sandal strap and she smiled innocently. Thanks. He didn't say anything. Mr. Park and some other people too came there. Everyone is here, so let's go to stage. Josek too came there. Dad, I was saying, think once before announcing Taehyung CEO. Mr. Park took a deep breath before speaking. I have thought a lot, and I won't change my decision now. Josek clenched his fist. Fine, Taehyung, let's go. He held both hands and went to a stage. What problem you have with him in handling CEO's position, huh? She sounded very rude. Tanya, she glared her. Don't mind her, she gets irritated easily, and from half hour we are hearing about Taehyung, so it irritates her. It's okay, and girl, this company is mine too, and I'm worried for it. That's why I have problem with Taehyung. You are very young to understand things. Yeah, you are right. Suhado came there. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Kim. How are you? We are good. What about you? I'm also good. Well, your daughter is really beautiful. Yeah, well, what about your younger son? You had a younger son, right? He is in London. Really? My daughter and son too is in London. We should introduce them to each other. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Suha stopped speaking when Mr. Park greeted on mic. First of all, thank you for joining us in this evening. I'm so grateful that I have such a people in my life. And this beautiful evening, this beautiful party is for my granddaughter and grandson-in-law. They got recently married and I didn't keep a grand wedding. That's why many of you couldn't witness their biggest day. So now, I want you to shower blessing on them so they can lead a happy, a beautiful married life. The clapping sound echoed in hall. And one more important thing I have to share with you. I'm taking my retirement and after me, Taehyung will handle my position until one gets capable to handle work and company. Again, clapping sound echoed. Thank you so much and please enjoy the evening. He bowed along with Wine and Taehyung. They headed down from stage and Suha and Josek kept clenching their teeth. I'll come. She flashed a fake smile and walked away. Excuse me. He too walked away. You got a lot of responsibilities, Taehyung. Hope you will give your best. Taehyung just nodded his head. Okay, so we talk about business a lot. Now, leave it and let our couple enjoy the evening. Taehyung, why don't you guys dance? Taehyung looked at Wine and immediately shook his head. What a boring man. She mumbled but others heard her. We are okay here. She spoke awkwardly while taking a glance of Taehyung. Won't you both dance? No. Fine, I want to dance. Say who will be my partner? Uppa? I also want to dance. Okay, anyone else? Dad? No. Sisa and looked at Wine. Wine, can I take your husband for some time? Huh? Taehyung, will you dance with me? She extended her hand in front of him. No, he's just come. She held his hand and dragged him on dance floor, which Wine didn't like at all. Wine don't mind her, she's very childish. Wine didn't say anything, and Namjoon's wife too went on dance floor with Namjoon. I'll meet Mrs. Ha. Mr. Kim nodded his head, and Mrs. Kim walked away. What about your deal with USA company? They are taking too much time. I guess Taehyung will handle that now. Mr. Kim and Mr. Park walked away while talking, and now Wine left alone. She looked towards dance floor and gulped, looking at Tanya and Taehyung. You're alone. She didn't say anything. By the way, they look good together. I still didn't say anything. And they are even close from many years. One looked at him after hearing that. What do you mean? Didn't Taehyung told you? He used to work in Mr. Kim's company as an intern, and many times he used to drop Kim Tanya school and pick her from school. They were quite close. Didn't he told you about it? One didn't say anything and gulped. She looked towards dance floor and she felt an uneasiness after seeing Taehyung very close to a girl. Yeonjun smirked after seeing Wine's face expression. Well, will you dance with me? She shook her head. Come on, see how everyone is enjoying, even your husband. And here you are standing alone. Come, let's go. You love annoying me, don't you? She nodded her head and smiled. What will you do if you see Wine dancing with some other man? I will break that man's leg. Wow, possessive. I'm impressed. Now think what she must be feeling after seeing you here with me. She smirked. Huh? He turned his head towards Wine and saw her gaze were stuck on him and her face expression were cold. She's alone. Let's go back. He left her hand but she held it back. Stay a little more. Let her get jealous. Then it will be fun. You have foolproof plan for breaking my home. Why not? After all, I'm your ex, whom you left in past. Huh? What? She nodded her head while blinking innocently, and he raised his eyebrow. What? Well, let's go. He held her hand and dragged her on the dance floor, while her gaze was stuck on Taehyung. What? Are you stupid, huh? Yeah, don't scold me, okay? He sighed. You could say something else. Oh, what else I could say when he was showing me a picture in which you were lifting me on your back, What relation we had, and why were you lifting me on your back, huh? Taehyung sighed and looked in one's direction, but she was not there. Taehyung, see there. She signaled in her direction and Taehyung turned his head there, and his teeth clenched after seeing Wine with Yeonjun on dance floor. He is the same man who talked to me a while ago, Taehyung sighed. The moment came when everyone was changing their partners, so Taehyung trailed Tanya and left her hand. He moved to Wine and held her hand. What? Leave my wife? He held Yeonjun's hand and pulled away from mine. Yeah, what? They didn't wait to listen his further words and pulled Wine a little away from there. What, huh? Her face was puckered. He didn't say anything and put her hand on his shoulder before holding her waist. You didn't want to dance with me. Then why are you doing this now, huh? Are you perhaps jealous, huh? He gave her a teasing smile and she blinked. Why, I'll be jealous, huh? I just felt. He pulled her very close and started moving their body with music. Did he say to you something, She remained silent.